Breaking this morning at 5:02, gunfire erupts at a Southwest Atlanta convenience store, sending at least one person to Grady Memorial Hospital. Right now, police are still searching for the shooter.
Atlanta News First Don Shipman is live with the First Alert breaking news tracker at Grady. So what do we know, Don?
Well, right now we're working to find out the condition of the victim. We know the victim was rushed here to Grady Memorial Hospital. We're also working to learn more from Atlanta police. Here's what we do know, and you can take a look at the scene here because this is what it looked like at the height of the investigation during the overnight hours. Police saying that the shooting happened at the neighborhood market on Allison Court. This is just off Arthur B. Langford Parkway. Officers cordoned off that parking lot as detectives worked that scene, and we saw several evidence markers scattered across the pavement there, many of them appearing to mark shell casings near that car right there. We also spotted a child's scooter lying on the ground. Right now, it's not clear on whether it's connected to the investigation. Detectives spent hours collecting evidence, interviewing witnesses, and reviewing surveillance video from the convenience store. Atlanta police have not released many details, but officers at the scene told us that one person was rushed here to Grady Memorial Hospital. And at this hour, we do not know the extent of their injuries. And so far, police have not announced any arrests. We're live here at Grady Memorial Hospital. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.